Okay, I don't know why, but I'm super nervous. Like I'm so nervous right now. Uh, well, first and foremost, I wish everybody the best. I got you all in my prayers. I know that there's a lot going on. In touching base with my New York City folk, this is a tough time, and I don't think it's wise for anybody to make light of it. I mean, yeah, for some of us, it's just numbers and statistics, but for the rest of us, we're really losing people that we love. So it's a tough time. Stay positive. Absolutely stay positive, but understand that a lot of people are going through some tough times right now. So it's probably best not to post your surviving and thriving pics on your Instagram and your Facebook. That's not the right tone. You're tone deaf. Anyways, I'm super nervous, and I figured I've been meeting with my classes. We have a schedule now from the school, so there's some regularity, but I'll still do the videos. I think they're important, and I think you get more from the videos taking a deep dive without interruptions and picking a word than you do from just seeing each other. I love being able to see my students, but I think you get more from the videos, so I'll continue to do that. Okay, let's jump into it. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Yikes. Man, let's jump into it. Today is April the 7th, 2020. This is a powerful day. It's a super pink full moon tonight or today or yesterday. Full moons last a few days. And wow, maybe that's why I'm so nervous. I feel a lot right now. And my heart goes out to everyone. And I'm here. If you need to chop, I'm here. So anyways, today is April the 7th, 2020. Today's journal was pretty basic. Dear Goat, it's today. Oh, so I woke up at 4:15 and just had a reflection on it being a leap year and waking up middle of the night, 49th flow, kind of wormhole in full moon. I have this thing called BDE, which is best day ever. And I really try to approach every day like it's the best day ever. And for the most part, it kind of works. It's very important what you aim at, I've discovered. And so now I aim at things, even if it's wishful, I aim at things which are positive and fill me up with joy, and I look forward to them. So best day ever is kind of a mantra for me. Also, Super Bowl, every day as if it's a Super Bowl. It's a funny story about that. Hopefully I'll remember it when I cycle back. Anyways, I was looking at a Mexico City 4-year plan, which is here. This is pretty funny. So this is Mexico City in 2017. And I have it here. Nothing went according to plan. It's just interesting that I had 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. 2020, I thought I would have my doctorate from Harvard, PhD. That didn't really work out. Nana's plaque, 2018, that worked out. Workspaces, that didn't work out. Wings launch, still working on it. But anywho, I was looking at that. And then I edited Wings, page 87. And I rested, rose to dreams of intramural sports in a dope outfit with number 9 colors, Jordan number 9s. And strange dreams, essentially. And then I go back to sleep, and then I rise, and then I email A Block's attendance and link with my co-teacher via email and set up Zoom for C period travel and culture today. And travel and culture is very interesting. I'm still lit up from last night. I had a great night. Number 7 bus passes, 7 to 9 key passing, essential workers. And I say today will be the best day ever. Super Bowl. I'll shave, make a video. 4 videos I decided I would make. And the green mirror comes to me looking at the optics and the orange vibes behind me. And the Strawberry Fields joint, it's also behind me. I don't think you can see him, but anyways. So I Zoom with C Period. We have a good meet. It's good to see everyone. Josh had me rolling. He just woke up, so it was great. That's my guy. It was Julia. It was great. And so then after that, I didn't drag it on. I let them be them and caught up and let them know if they need anything, let me know. And moving forward. And then I switched laptops, went to the Workhorse. My tech was acting funny. My gas guy came and delivered the gas. $725 for about a month and a half of gas. When I talked to the lady, I said, how much is gas per gallon? She told me $3.50 something. That's how I just looked online. It was like $2. She said, yeah, I don't know, but this is actually a great rate for us. I'm like, my goodness, this is extortion. But I got my gas, you know. Inshallah. Let's see. Gas guy. Everything's always working out. Lucky. It's about 11 o'clock. Map it out. And then I realized it's 57 degrees. So I might have to run, is what I said, and it's energy. And so then there's this, how could it be? Oh yeah, 2019 lit. 2019. And then I have a Corridors quote video epiphany. I go to move the flowers into the sunlight and the petals fall with the vibration of my steps. Energy. Before I got to the flowers, the petals fell from the vibration of my steps on the floor. Energy. What you aim at, what you think, has energy. Corridors, quotes, epiphany for the videos. So, fall in line. 2019, I finish up the review, and then I step into my 49th hour workshop leggings, stretch, and step out into the sun. So I go on my run, baby. I see my buddy Milo before the hospital. Alive and well, we say, he invites me over after this passes. Maktub, we say to each other, and I keep on running. I pass the hospital, there's a lot of activity, I don't know. I keep it pushing, take a right, and then pass the state police department, take a left, past the lighthouse, see a hawk, a big bird in the sky, lady doing sprints, and then I hit my, intersection, Carrefour, and toward the Highlands, past my house and past the Robinsons and say hello. The Shell to the library, Oak Grove to Sacred Heart Cemetery, and I hit County again. And then I hear Coach James, and I look over and it's Josh. So we saw each other twice today. And then I wonder how many of my students are working right now. I know Bella is, I know Josh is, I seen Justin at Chronix yesterday. And then it made me think like, man, that's an interesting experience. That might be worth the MV Times or the Gazette picking up a story about students working during this whole thing. It's powerful and it says a lot, you know. Class is a funny thing on Martha's Vineyard. I don't think we deep dive in that enough. Also, all of the people that have come here, I've seen a lot of homes occupied that normally wouldn't be occupied, which means a lot of people are coming here to escape the madness of metropolitan madness, which is understandable. I would do it, but it's interesting as well. A lot of people have some issues with it, and I understand it's complicated. Classes, I think we need to deep dive into class a little bit. We don't do enough. We focus too much on race, and class might be the issue. But hey, who am I? So I finished strong, and then I get home. It's about a 50-minute run. I put a load in the wash. I shower, I moisturize, lay in the sun. I whip up some eggs, and mushroom, spinach, and oatmeal, and lay in the sun and stretch. Number 9 passes. Have a belly laugh with Rose about people. And then proud of myself for not popping this pimple. Sorry. I am proud though. And then there's 2018 lit and 2017 lit. And I say, all right. Lenny voice, God bless the dead. My man Lenny used to work in the cafeteria at School of the Future. He was amazing. Showtime, block and shave and shower time. I build on Bitcoin. With Blue, we invested in Bitcoin a little bit and it's doing okay. And then I moved chess table into the sun. This is the chess table. And much better for writing and vibing. And I can see the heat waves on the page. You know how heat, when it rises, it creates these waves. And I always like to see it, but I don't know what to call it. And then that's as far as I got for today. So that's 2020 today, April 7th, full moon, 040720. So let's take a deep dive. 2019. Thank you, Cooley, I say. Strange Dream, Bus to Spiceville, formal request to paint. I go to the show and my baby blue clays, and then I meditate, and I do a lot of journal work. I block, and it's good and heartfelt, albeit tedious. And then I realized that tense is time's perfume. So if you're in the past tense, you might feel like you're in the past, but all you really have is the present. All we really have is the right now. And if we're in the future tense, we're projecting something that may or may not happen, but we are only here now. Like now just keeps moving. So tense, past, present, future, excluding present, is like time's perfume. I don't know, I like it. And then that's when I had the corridor epiphany. So 2019 still, I go for a walk, I follow my gut, and I see 2 hawks in the same place where I ran in the Highlands. Then I go to the lighthouse, and I lay in the sun. And then I open my eyes to this like stillness. I guess I was kind of meditating, and I see a hawk perfectly positioned in my line of sight. And then the hawk hovers directly above me and stays in position, shaking its tail feathers from time to time. So just imagine I'm laying down and the hawk it's so still for so long that I can watch it right above me, and it's shaking its tail feathers from time to time. Deep meditative state at the lighthouse. And I forget what Telegraph something lighthouse. Ooh, this is 13 minutes already. Woo. Okay. And I carry on. I dance. I do a limbo dance with severed vines. I hit the Carrefour and then my porch, and then I see 5 deer outside, and then I continue to walk and build about the Highlands with my neighbors Patty and Steve regarding the Olivers and Trina Kingsbury. My car, I call it the Panamera. I got that from Kevin Oliver. It was Kevin's birthday on 4/4. Happy birthday, Kev. I want to make sure you watch this. And the Olivers are the nicest family. Kev gave me the car, essentially. I think I paid $1 for it because I don't know if he wants me to share the story. Sorry if not. But Miss Kingsbury passed away, and she gave him the car and some other things, and he had no use for it, and so he thought of me. I was coaching his son Barrett at the time, so it was really nice, and that was how I ended up with that Panamera. And at first, when I looked at it, I said, man, that thing needs a lot of work. But it didn't take long for me to realize that car was me, man. Like, that's my whip. I love that car. It's my first car. This is my first apartment by myself. I'm 38. So for all of you who are feeling like, and I've always been super ambitious and diligent. So for all of you that feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, patience is a virtue, for real, for real. Trust me. I was stuck in fast forward for so long, and I'm so appreciative of that car. You know, some people won't even, because I understand. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying there's a value in being patient. There's real strength and humility, man. I was a not great person for so many years, and I'm so happy that I didn't get what I wanted when I wanted it, because I would have been just a meathead. Like, I just would not appreciate all of the lessons I've learned in the past few years, and those lessons came with hardships. It wasn't easy. I was sleeping on the couch this time last year. Like, yeah, so 2009, all this is happening. I see the hawk and everything. I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm substitute teaching at the school, chasing around, who was I chasing around at the time? Somebody who didn't want to be chased around, basically. And I'm filling in as a substitute, just trying to find my way, just trying to make do and make sure that we could keep the house, the mortgage payments and all of that. So that was last year. And Kev gave me the Panamera, man. So when I was chopping with my neighbors about the Olivers and Miss Kingsbury, they had the same sentiments, like just good people. So then I went to our market, and I went to Pequot, I had some pineapple lemonade, very well, went home, eggs and bananas, and I melted. That was the end of 2019. Apologies. Well, that's actually good, because it was 14 minutes in and I still hadn't come up with a word for today. So we need a word. It'll come. It'll come. So that was 2019. Pineapple lemonade, eggs and banana, home. 2019. 2018. So this is 2 years ago. Yes, 2018, 2 years ago. I rise and 49th is still booming. So I'm in the city. I'm in New York. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm sleeping in the ancestors' room, Macon Street. And there was a party going on the night before that was still going on, still booming when I woke up. So I kick off, I hit the Impact Hub. That's a whole nother story, the Impact Hub, but essentially I didn't get the Echoing Green grant. And at the very end of the rejection email, this was like my second or third year applying for the Echoing Green grant and not getting it. At the end of the rejection email was an opportunity for the Impact Hub to apply to be 30 for 30 cohort. And I got it. So essentially, it's a workspace similar to WeWork. Man, there probably aren't going to be any more workspaces. What workspaces can survive months without operation? Yikes. Well, I'll be right there to get that 49th workspace as soon as we're ready to go. You guys let me know. Horrible. Opportunist. Jeez. I digress. I hit the Impact Hub, which was I would stay there for all day working on 49th, how to business plan and execute. And I was in a live example of the space I wanted to create for 49th. Anywho, Diego took my photo on Houston Street before I hit the hub. And then after the hub, I went to Hoop for a couple of hours at School of the Future with my guys, my goons. Oh, that's great. I went to Hoop at School of the Future. Talk about throwback. This gym is a sacred space. Every Saturday we will open it up and hoop. Gentlemen rules, games to 7. Gentlemen rules mean you cannot call your own foul. Why did we institute the gentleman rules? Because people like to act like they want the action, get into the paint, and then call foul. No. If you want to go in amongst the trees, you take the contact, you ask for it, you get it. If it's such a blatant foul that whoever did it, if it's agreed upon, then you get it, no problem. If it's clearly a foul, yeah, it's a foul. But if you go in trying to initiate contact and get a chance, nah, we don't play that. Gentleman rules. So anyways, we hooped for a couple hours, and then me, Coach E, and Beatty, we walked to Green Room. I ended up spending $75, so I'm sure me and Coach and I split it. And then when we're at Green Room, we FaceTime with Tank and Mo. Tank and Mo are in Cali, I believe, at the time. And then we talked to Maine, who's in the Tombs, which is the Tombs is slang for a place kids you should never end up. But Maine was in the Tombs, and we FaceTimed him. And it was funny because Beatty was telling us that they bailed him out already, but they weren't gonna let him know. And so he was being super cool, but I just thought, man, what a joke to play on somebody. And then I went to Sephora for some Hermes smell goods, and then I saw a dope sunset. It was like silver and metallic down Broadway. And then there was like a woman running with Air Max, and the leggings matched the sun. It was just beautiful. And that was it for 2018. I was pretty much just in love with the city, but still very in between spaces, you know. I was sleeping in the ancestor room. That's not, you know, that's just a favor from Mom and Pop Dukes and Eli and whoever else was at Marshall. So that was 2018. 2017, April 7th, 2017, I'm in Mexico City. And that's where this 4-year plan is from. I was using a lot of yellow legal pads. Thank you, Frank. 6:35 a.m. It was deleted. Kids already playing in the schoolyard. Dreamt of Africa, Airbnb, people cleaning my room and fixing my spirit with Agape. 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 That's the word. Agape. Agape. That's amazing. Agape is, it means love, but love of all, or a love that isn't specifically about romance or, okay, agape is an adjective. I guess it's pronounced agape. Oh no, what? Agape? Oh God. So the word, they're giving me agape, and I want agape, so I gotta find agape. More definitions. Oh, here we go. Agape. It's a noun, and it says theology, and then it says Christian love, especially as distinct from erotic love or emotional affection. Okay. A communal meal in token of Christian. Okay, I didn't know it was Christian, but okay, it's Greek origin, and it means agape, brotherly love. That was the origin. And can we hear it? No, nobody.
Agape.
Oh yeah, agape. But we need more than that. Come on, it's Greek, and it means love, especially as distinct from erotic love or emotional affection. So a love of the people, you know, a kind of love that's deeper. Perfect. And we got our word. Can we hear it one time for the folks in the back, please?
Agape.
One more time for the folks in the way back.
Agape.
My man, appreciate you. So, boom. So agape, and then we're outside at night. So this is from the dream, and then we're at a bazaar in a Medina, and I feel brave like a nomad, finally home. And then I wake up, I rise, I get on the elevator in Mexico City, 50D Plaza, and then we end up going up to the Carlos's penthouse. I didn't even know there was a penthouse in the elevator. Anyways, I write Kevin's recommendation, and I choke up with tears. Kevin is a student athlete that I coached at School of the Future and workshop with, and I mean, just an amazing person. And he asked me to write his letter of recommendation, and I was honored. Once I started writing it and I started to remember who he actually was, man, it's just such a pleasure to be around people who are so good, who just don't, it's agape. Like, he's really an amazing person. So it brought me to tears just writing his recommendation. And then the bat phone rings in Mexico City. I'm like, what? And I go, and it's Tim, and my buddy from Germany. and he asked to crash for a couple of weeks, and so I set him up in the guest room. I had 3 rooms. John Lee left already, so I set him up in the guest room, and then we went to Toscanos and ate. Then we go back and I paint, and Tim makes a fruit salad that I think is his mom's specialty or something. And then we hit the Departamento, and then we were in line, and it was like a magic carpet. There was so many people trying to get in, but we were just chilling and enjoying the moment. And then we went to Mono, and we danced. And then there was a funny Uber caravan home, which I videoed, and that was it. So that's it for 2017. That's it for 2018, 2019, 2020. Now, today, here we are. Please be mindful. I understand these are extenuating circumstances, and a lot of people are panicking. So try to be understanding. Try to keep your energy up. Try to keep your vibration high. Try to aim at something that matters. Here it is. This is probably why I was so nervous to make this video, because I knew I would have to say this. Let me get right for y'all. I knew I would have to get into it, so let me get into it. Okay. Aim for the highest version of yourself. Aim for the highest version of yourself. Whatever you think that might mean, whatever it means to you, it's different for everyone, right? It's different for everyone. But I was listening to Jordan Peterson earlier today, and I think he nailed it. And so I'm just going to echo the same sentiment. Aim for the highest version of yourself. What does that look like? There's a great narrative behind most stories. Noah's Ark, for example. The ark can be a metaphor. What is an ark? It's a boat. It's a ship, right? A ship gets used in English language quite often. It's usually at the end of words, and you don't think about it too tough. But I was thinking about this when I was running past the bluffs, and there was no boats. Ship is so popular in our daily communications that we don't even really think about what it means, like to ship, to ferry something, to I'll give you an example: a scholarship, penmanship, authorship, friendship, ship. There's so many ships. And what is that? It's a vehicle. It's a vessel. So Noah's Ark as a narrative is about finding that core essential you, which when everything gets crazy, will still survive. Like the you that is essential. The you that will elevate above the flood and continue on well after the adversity and the turmoil. Find that highest version of you. And trust me, if it feels like you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you have to find it. That means it's go time. It's go time. And if that feels like too much of an ask, please understand there are so many people right now that would love just to have one day to do exactly what I'm telling you to do, what I'm asking you to do. There's so many people that would love to have one day, and they no longer have that opportunity. I just got hit with a flood of memories because I'm editing my novel, Wings of Red, and there's a part, actually most of you have heard excerpts, School of the Future definitely, I read in Canlin's class, and around this time last year I read in D'Agostino's class. We had a Wings workshop. So you're actually familiar with my work, that's crazy, which isn't even published. Anywho, there's a part where I have an asthma attack, and I've had asthma all my life, but this particular asthma, I thought I grew out of it. I used to have to go to the hospital, and it was pretty bad. They filled me up with these drugs, and I started talking crazy to the nurses. And I had a best friend who would always make me laugh and damn near kill me. But yeah, I had asthma for quite some time, but I thought I grew out of it. And then I got hit with an asthma attack, probably like about a little over 10 years ago. And it almost killed me for real, for real. And I was so prideful that I didn't go to the hospital. My phone died. It's in wings, actually, but that's why I had to revisit it, because it's so real that I forget. When you put it in fiction, if you just forget that, it's actually real. It was so bad that when I got to Brooklyn College, I was on the float at the time. When I got to Brooklyn College, I could not walk up the subway steps. I crawled up the subway steps. And I was like so prideful at that point. I mean, obviously I was prideful. I didn't even go to I was scared to ask for help. Not scared. I was so prideful I didn't ask for help. I'd rather die than ask for help, because that's what essentially was going to happen. I crawled up the stairs, Brooklyn College, made it to the bust of Martin Luther King. It's like a bust is like a statue of Martin, just a neck up. Martin Luther King right outside the library. I laid down on the slate, and I could feel, I just had only a few breaths left, 3, 2, I felt it. And I couldn't breathe anymore. So I was doing, like, I was laying down, I was sitting up, I was whatever, but nothing, that was just it. So anyone who's ever had asthma knows when you lay down, it's harder to breathe. And I was on, like, I couldn't breathe anyway, so I just laid down. That was it. I just gave it up. And then, long story short, here I am. So I think about that now, and I think about where we are in the adversity that we face, and maybe that's why I was so nervous doing this video. I knew it would be kind of heartfelt respect and admiration for everybody who's being selfless right now, and I think we should follow suit. Pay attention to the tone that you have right now. There's a lot of different layers of society. You gotta be humble. Be humble, be mindful.